You heard the water and didn't hear her, you felt something was wrong?
One room, I went upstairs, I don't hear her talking on the phone, so I say hello, I don't hear anything back. I can hear water running. She's not saying anything, doesn't seem right. Sometimes it is hard if you have the water running to hear somebody.
This is 55-year-old David Trotz. He is being interviewed by detectives after finding his wife, 39-year-old Shanti Cooper, dead in the bath. He tells investigators how he had spent the day cleaning and walking their dog before finding her in the bath.
The water is running, but I don't think the drain is closed, because if it was, it would be going over, right? So the water's like half full. She's submerged partially, but she's also partially not submerged, and one of her legs is kind of sticking up and out a little bit. And it's just extremely awful, and it doesn't look natural. Obviously she fell or something happened. And I tried to pick her up. I turned the water off. I tried to pick her up. She's stiff. It's hard.
She's stiff?
It's hard to pick her up. She's not. It's like a sack of potatoes, you know. It's not easy. She's not moving with me. I grabbed her arms and kind of pulled her this way, and over, I think partially over, and that's when I realized that I wasn't going to be able to carry her. I tried to pull her. I was being as careful as I could, and at the same time I wanted to get her out of the water. I was screaming, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I pulled her out into the other room, and I didn't know what to do. It was hard to move her that way, so I turned her and I held on to her wrists. I thought that I'm still thinking that there's something I can do to help, and I'm kind of moving her, trying to get her, to shake her a little bit and trying to get the water out of her lungs. I got her in front of the couch, and I had to stop. I put her down, and I tried to lift her head up to kind of clear, I guess it's the thing you do if you're going to do CPR or something. And she's not responding. She has blood coming down her face and on the side of the body. And I'm still thinking that she's going to be okay. I got the, we had taken the mattress pad off the bed. I set the mattress pad down underneath her, and I set her on it, and I tried to lift her, and I wiped. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what had happened. I had a towel that I had used to pull her out of the shower, or out of the tub with. I tried to wipe off to see what was.
Where was the blood coming from?
The left side of her face, here on her cheekbone.
Is that the right side?
I'm looking.
Or is it both?
I don't think so. She had blood. She had blood on the side of her head and down her neck, and when I wiped the part on her cheek, It's her left. It must have been her left. So it's my right as I'm looking at her. Right? I'm looking down. My right is her left. And white bit. More blood comes out.
After seeing the crime scene, detectives could see that David's story didn't match up with how his wife was found.
She didn't stick her foot in the shower and slip. That didn't happen.
If she did, she would have fell backwards.
And you didn't find her at 3 o'clock.
Didn't
That didn't happen.
I don't know that.
You don't know that? Common sense would tell you if you pull a woman soaking wet out of a tub at 3 o'clock and call the police within 6 minutes, then everything will be soaking wet when the police arrive within 3 minutes of that.
Yeah.
That's common sense.
So how did everything dry up?
That's our question.
'Cause it
she
happened-
wasn't pulled out at 3 o'clock. It didn't happen.
There's a science behind evaporation, and that science is not matching
It's not magic.
3
Okay.
o'clock.
I can take a
Science.
shower at 6:30 in the morning, and at 10 o'clock at night, my towel's still wet. Your shower even stays wet. I mean, it's just common sense.
The water was definitely filled up to where you said, but not at 3 o'clock.
That's the sliver of truth. There's blood in the water. There's another sliver of truth. I know you think you thought of everything, but you didn't.
I don't think I thought of everything. I've told you over and over, I don't know.
You do know. You have to stop saying you don't know, because you do know. You do, David. You do know. You know exactly what happened, because it was only you and her there. There was nobody else there.
The real reason for killing his wife eventually came out. David had spent thousands of dollars renovating his home, in the hopes of appearing on a home renovation TV show in April of 2020. The reality show gave contestants the chance to style and renovate rundown homes. After he had spent thousands of dollars renovating his house to go on the reality TV show, his wife, Shanti Cooper, then refused to star on the show, enraging David.
Nobody.
I don't know what happened when I wasn't there.
No, I'm sure.
There had to have been close to well over an hour in the morning that I wasn't there, and well over 2 hours in the afternoon that I
Right,
wasn't there.
that's very possible that you left the residence. However, when you were there, whatever happened to her happened when you were there. It didn't happen when you were gone. It happened when you were there. And I wouldn't expect you to know what happened when you were gone. Nothing happened when you were gone.
She was already deceased.
Talk around in circles. Trust me. The evidence and her body speak for itself. And your story is BS. So you better figure it out before it goes too far. Because I'm telling you right now, nobody is going to believe that. Nobody. If you maintain that, you're going to look like a fool. Picture telling that story with your mother sitting there listening to that. And try it. Like,
As it's picked apart by as everything you told us is picked apart by everyone who testifies.
and we haven't even hit on everything.
We're holding some of it back, waiting to hear the truth. People can be sympathetic when they hear people be honest and remorseful. They can be empathetic to a situation that gets out of hand. But when people lie for hours on end and say, I know nothing about nothing, I don't know how she got that way, I thought she tripped and fell, I wasn't home, I was here, I was there, conveniently you're not there. It's complete hogwash.
And we haven't even got the medical examiner's findings from the strangulation and all the things that go along with that. It's science. It's not guessing. It's medical science.
Plus everything we've done at your home tonight. We're still there.
This BS about 3 o'clock in tubs, and it's crap. It's crap. You know it's crap. It's a crappy story. Yeah, you don't know what happened when you were gone. I get it. But you know what happened when you were there, and that's what counts.
You know, you fake cried for about 7 or 8 hours today. Not one tear came out of your eyes. Not one. Not one. Not on scene with the officers. Not in this room. You have fake cried over this woman's death since we made contact with you for hours. And every single time you fake cried, we wrote it down. Not one tear came out of your eyes. Not one.
Nope.
Okay? We've been extremely patient with you for a very long time. I am losing my patience at this point because there is not a lick of remorse for what you did to this woman. Not even a little bit. Okay? I'm really starting to believe you wanted her dead. And I'm really starting to believe you planned it. David. Because not a lick of remorse. Not even a little. You sat there for the last 2 hours and stared at her picture and you haven't cried. Not one tear. You're staring at a woman you're telling us you're in love with and you've done nothing the whole time. But close your eyes, huddle up, and protect your own ass. And that's all you've done. You've not shed one tear on that picture. Not one. You claim to love that woman? I would be under the fucking table in a ball if I was in love with that woman and she was dead. I would be inconsolable. I wouldn't even be able to utter the words or talk to detectives for 6 or 7 hours like you have. Okay? You've not shed one tear in that picture.
Becoming enraged at her refusal to go on the reality TV show, he beat and strangled her to death at their home in Florida, before calling police to claim she died accidentally in the bath.
And you've been staring at it since she presented it to you. 2 hours ago. Over 2 hours ago. You are not remorseful for what happened to her. You could give 2 shits about what happened to Shanti tonight. Okay? I told you she was murdered. Murdered. Someone took her life from her. And there's nothing. You can't even fake it. That's how much you could give a shit. You can't even fake it. I know you think your theatrics and your maybe some drama that you've had in your past was good. It was terrible. The officers on scene didn't believe you, and neither do we. You fucked up. That's the end of it. You screwed up. You made a mistake, whatever it is. I'm starting to believe it wasn't a mistake. I'm starting to believe that David wanted this chick dead. For whatever you might gain, for control, creative control of the house, so you can direct the build. I don't know what your motivation would be. But I know you stand to benefit. I know that the show that's going to happen is now yours. That all the decisions that are made are now yours. The $250,000 you tend to inherit, you can build the house of your dreams. Maybe never work again. I know there's motivation. Is it the accurate motivation? Maybe not. Is it what I'm going to paint you as? Probably.
He appeared at a court in Florida, where he was found guilty of murder and was sentenced to life in prison.